All right. Welcome back, everyone. This is the Real Cinema Talk podcast. I'm Saul.
I'm Alan.
And today we're going to be discussing Final Destination Bloodlines. We just heads up. We just came out of the movie theater, literally. Like, we just drove back from the movie theater. We saw it in IMAX, obviously, because you guys know that we're big fans of IMAX. And I would say this movie does make good use of that ratio. But let's go ahead and get it started. So,
Yep.
what was your first impression of this movie?
First impression, I thought it was I thought it was pretty entertaining, pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, it felt like it wasn't forced comedy. It felt smooth.
It knew what it is. It knows what it is, basically.
Yeah.
It's a silly movie where like just the deaths are over the top.
Well, not all of
or
them.
like the setup of the death. I feel like it's just like there's moments where like you know.
Neta? No, I didn't
Yeah.
feel that. I actually didn't feel that.
I felt that. I was like,
What?
That wouldn't happen.
Okay.
That wouldn't.
Wow, I think this is one of the first movies where we're kind of disagreeing on some
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
I thought it was like they were still kind of realistic. I think there was just one death where I was like that, where I was like, wait, they could have done this.
Yeah.
Like there was an out to that death, but I think on the rest of them, it was just a bunch of stuff that they didn't see coming. That could still, I think it was still realistic that it could have happened.
Yeah.
But that's just my opinion. I don't know.
I'm still trying to debate if I liked it or not. I liked it, I guess.
I liked it for sure.
I don't
did.
know if I liked it to an extent of like that I'd watch it again.
You want to watch it again?
I don't think I'd watch it again.
I think I'd like maybe watch it if it's on cable or something like that.
I'd have it like maybe on the background, for sure.
Yeah, I think so. And just a heads up, this is going to be a spoiler-free review until we get into the second half of this, and then we'll start talking spoilers if you want to, or we can just leave it as vague
Yeah, I
as possible.
say spoiler free in the first half, and then we'll start talking about spoilers at the end. Yeah.
Sounds good. The plot, I would say, is very similar to previous Final Destination movies.
Yeah.
Like, if you've seen previous versions, you can expect the same thing here. Same formula of, like, someone gets a premonition. They find out death's coming for them. They're trying to prevent it from getting all the group involved. And, death is always finding a way to get in there.
Yeah.
So you can expect a lot of deaths, and they're gnarly, I would say.
Yeah.
I think these are so far some of my favorite deaths in all the Final Destination movies so far.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they did put in the work on making them unique and stand out.
It was
from the
pretty
previous
gory as well. I don't remember the old. I haven't seen the older ones in a very long time, but I don't remember the older ones being that gory.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know.
I think they were gory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't remember then.
I think these just were more modern, so I guess they would stand out more.
Yeah.
And I think they went a little more creative and a little more chaotic in the deaths compared to previous versions.
Yeah.
Previous films.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, I think the plot is still... It doesn't stand out too much for me. So, it's just like a average.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not terrible, but it's not something that's like, oh my god, they're trying to make it, the best one, something like that.
Yeah.
What did you think about the plot?
It's pretty basic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to. It's like if you've seen the other movies, just trying to stop everything basically from happening. Trying not to die.
Mm-hmm.
Now obviously, death is very hard to get away from.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I really liked is that. Not to get into that's not spoiler. I don't think it's spoilers, but like there's certain characters where like you're kind of annoyed. I mean, at least I was. There was certain characters where I was like, I kind of hate her, or I kind of hate him, and then
Specifically what?
just the way they were acting in the movie.
Like towards the main character? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
Well,
this-
I thought it was realistic because, I mean, if I'm... Like, I don't think it's giving a spoiler, but if I'm, part of a family and, a family member starts going psycho and telling me this theory, I think I would react around the same manner.
Yeah.
At first, because I'm like, bro, it was just this. Don't make anything bigger out of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's just my take. I feel like it was realistic in how people would react.
Yeah. I can see it now. Now that you said it like that, yeah. I guess. Yeah.
But do you think it was just the way they approached that reaction is what made you dislike them, or
I guess.
because like there's a way to react saying like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need help, or like, what the f are you doing? Leave me alone type. You know, like there's two ways to approach an issue.
Yeah.
You can be aggressive, or you can be kind of like passive and kind of an empathetic approach. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's what you didn't like about the characters, or these specific characters.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about the characters. I gotta. Yeah, I don't know. I
think the performances were average. You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. They weren't great. They were just what you expect from your usual actors. Mm-hmm. And honestly, I think a lot of these are new to me. I haven't seen them in previous movies, so I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I just pretty much got your average actor.
Yeah.
You know, the scenes that needed crying, they got them. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't something that was just like, whoa, you know, they're really killing it. So, yeah, as far as performances go, they're just like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
Very average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really see anybody stand out. Mm-hmm. Like the main actress,
Yeah. It's
she
just
did
like,
okay.
she got the
she
job
did good.
done.
Yeah.
She got the job done.
She did okay.
She didn't kill it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For score, I would say just your typical, kind of like the performance, just your typical score, just getting the movie going. I don't think there was any motifs that stood out to me. And I mean, it's Final Destination, so I'm not expecting that in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, like...
I didn't really even pay attention to the score in this one.
I did just to see if they try to do something different, but I mean, they played it safe. They kind of stuck to the same type of things. But again, I don't feel like every movie needs to have its own like identity in terms of score, because you know some movies just aren't about that or don't need that. Yeah, I would say.
I think this is the type of film that doesn't really need anything
you're
crazy.
just there for the kills. You're just there for, you know, all that intensity and
the setup of everything, basically.
Yeah, basically. Given this is a horror movie, I would say we should rate kind of the kills too. Like what we thought of the kills, you know? Like I like these kills a lot. I think they were very creative. They were very gory.
Yeah. And
the setups for these kills were, you know, the best of like Final Destination, how they approach it. And there was some gotcha moments for me.
Yeah.
Like, there was definitely gotcha moments where I knew for sure they were gonna die, and it didn't. And I was like, what? Like, it threw me off so bad. Like, I felt like I was lost because I saw some of the trailers, so I was expecting some of those to be deaths, and then when the scene came, I was thrown off.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know what to expect.
I actually really liked the prologue of the movie.
Yeah, me too. That was a highlight for me.
That whole intro scene.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. The setup was great, and I would say that's one of the... I mean, it's such a big event. You gotta set it up right.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
With all the little variables that affect all of the deaths and stuff. But it was really sick. I liked it a lot.
I liked it. The deaths kind of caught me off guard. That's when they caught me. I was like, oh, okay. You know, we're getting ourselves into something.
Yeah, when serious. I went to that other scene, I was like, whoa, hold on. What? It was such like a curveball for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was probably my favorite part, the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning was the best part.
It was cool how it was all shot in that expanded ratio. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed, but it went widescreen till it went to the scene after the prologue. Yeah. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I noticed that.
And I noticed that the ratio pretty much came up every single time there was like a build-up of a death and the death itself. And then after that, like, okay, a little break, go back to widescreen. Something like that.
I noticed that too. There was a moment where I was like, oh, it opened up wider. Basically, as the IMAX shot.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, something's about to happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough, something happened, you know? So, yeah. I guess it's kind of like, almost like a spoiler, you know, where it's like, oh, something's about to happen. Obviously, if the screen is going to get wider like that.
True, but I feel like when it was expanding, there was already hints of there's something happening, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Dialogue, I don't think it was as cheesy or as... I don't want to label it as cringe, but kind of like in that area as previous installments.
It's kind of comedic, I think.
It was comedic and it felt authentic in a way.
Okay.
To me.
In what way?
It just didn't feel like it was forced cheesy dialogue as previous movies. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the right person to judge this stuff, I guess. Because, I mean, then again, we're just cinephiles. We're not experts on this.
Yeah.
But it just didn't feel forced or just like bad dialogue for me. At
Pretty
least
natural?
for me. Yeah,
It
it
seemed
felt
mad
natural.
natural.
It felt natural.
Yeah. Especially that one, the one with the, like the nose piercings and all that. That character.
Oh,
Forgot his name.
I think Eric.
Eric.
Eric was the character's name. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was good. I liked his character's attitude and approach to all. Like, it was funny.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't like forced funny. It was just funny in general.
And obviously in real life, I feel like there's gonna be people like that. You know.
Oh yeah.
I don't really care. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. They're always testing the limits.
Yeah.
Like, you tell them something's gonna happen, they're like, "Oh, really?" And then they just go for it just to see what happens.
Yeah.
Like,
to prove like, oh, you might be wrong. Let's see. You know.
that's my cousin, dude. My cousin is like that, literally. So I'm like, I totally get that character.
Yeah.
I think that would pretty much cover everything for the review. If you're ready to give a rating for it,
I think I'm ready.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You can go.
Are we doing
Go
the
first,
5
sorry.
stars, right? Out of
I'm
5?
gonna do the 10 and
10?
then move it to 5.
All right.
I feel like it's easier, man. I don't know. Like, doing it out of 5 is difficult for me. I
think
just
it's
translated
difficult
from
for
10 to 5.
Yeah. So out of 10, I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10.
7?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, not bad.
7.
I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah.
So pretty much around the same ballpark.
Yeah.
I guess translating to out of 5 stars, it's pretty much going to be 3.5. I mean, that's what it goes to, right? I don't think there's. Sorry, there was something on my mic. I don't think there's. I wouldn't give it 4.
I wouldn't give it 4. If I'm being a good person, I guess I'd give it a 3.5. If I'm being friendly.
3.5. Yeah. I mean, 3.5
But-
translates to 7.
Yeah.
Because little thing about me is anytime I walk out of the movies, I always have this little chart here. Let me see if the camera can capture it. It's basically like, let me get over here.
You could possibly put it on.
You know what? I'm just gonna put it on
plug it in there.
like right here. Basically, this is what anytime I exit the movies, I always look at this because I feel like this is a realistic take on like ratings out of 10. And so according to this, like 7.5 is great. And I think it was great. You know, I had fun with it. Crowd was good. There was a lot of funny moments. There was a lot of moments where I was kind of like stressing and like, oh my God, you know, stuff like that. Because, yeah, there was a couple moments where I was like, I had fun. I wasn't
fun,
bored.
yeah.
The pacing was good for me.
I had fun. I was laughing most of the time.
Me too. And I was surprised at how much I was laughing too.
Yeah.
Like, there was a couple moments that it was really good. But I think it's just overall a fun movie. It's not something to take so serious.
Yeah, just
you know?
go in. You're going in for a fun time.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't think you'd miss out a lot on if you just go to a standard theater.
Yeah.
But I think this is also a movie. Like, I don't think I would pay to go to the movies for this one, to be honest. Like, it was fun. The crowd was cool, but I think the crowd was an exception. I don't think every crowd's gonna be like that.
Yeah.
At least for me.
I think it's just because maybe it was like the first night,
I
or
think so,
technically
too.
second night.
I think so too.
If you go probably in the next week or two,
Mm-hmm.
it probably won't give the same crowd reaction. It probably will give reactions, I think.
Nah, dude. Next
There's
week
some
is gonna
kills
be
where-
dominated by Lilo and Stitch and
Oh,
Mission
yeah.
Impossible. It's
Yeah.
gonna be gone by next week.
Yeah.
Like, you're not missing out if you don't go, but if you go, you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
That's
say
pretty
check
much
it
the
out.
genuine approach. Like, it's worth checking out, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world.
It's a fun date night.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You ready to discuss some spoilers?
You want to? Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know if this movie needs to discuss spoilers. Like, do you have anything you want to discuss about it?
I hate that little boy from the beginning.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That little shit.
I really didn't think that they were gonna kill that fool.
Dude, when I saw him coming down, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
something's going to fall on that little shit. And then next thing you know, that keyboard fell on his ass.
Yeah.
Actually,
People clapped. People were
I
clapping.
clapped too.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this little guy. I don't know if have you seen Dead Meat?
I have not.
It's basically this guy, a YouTuber that like does reviews and like behind the scenes stuff on all things horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of every like review that he does, he always gives a golden chainsaw and I think it was bronze chainsaw, something like that. Like basically best kill and worst kill.
Okay.
If you want, we can try something like that. Not exactly the same, but like, to you, what was the worst? Like the least favorite kill in the movie?
Probably the dad with the lawnmower.
You think so?
I think so.
For how come? I'm curious.
I don't know. It just seemed kind of basic to me.
Okay.
It's just kind of like I feel like I've seen that a lot. The mom at the very end of the movie as well.
That threw me off, dude. She was like, "Don't worry, go save your sister." Oh my
Yeah.
god! I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's just kind of like it's so random. But yeah, I feel like the dad was probably like, I've seen it before, and they did it again. I guess.
Okay.
That's just me.
Yeah, I respect that. For me, my least favorite was the sister in the garbage truck.
I kind of like that.
Because,
part.
dude, she was holding on, and she had like 5 seconds. Like,
get
it
out.
was coming, and she had every chance to let go and tuck underneath.
Yeah.
The garbage truck was stopped. The guy could have pulled out or opened the back door. Like, there was 5 ways to get out of that.
Yeah.
And she chose to just hold on and let the thing crush her head. Like, bro, come on.
What I didn't understand in that scene was when how did she even fall in? The ball kicked her. It went into
Yeah,
her
the
face.
ball kicked her, and she
But,
pretty
like,
much got thrown into the
How hard
garbage
did that kid kick the ball?
truck.
You know, like it just seemed like a little too. The ball, no way the ball could have hit her the way that she fell over. I guess it seemed
it's
kind of
'cause we gotta
aggressive the
think
way
she was
fell
running too.
in. Yeah.
So maybe she was on one foot. Because I gotta re-see that scene, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she was maybe on her right foot and she got kicked, so she lost balance. And the trash can is right there.
Yeah.
It was already gripped with the thing.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't gonna move.
Yeah. I would have to see the scene
I think
again.
that would. Yeah, I would have to see it again.
I was
But I
just
think
like-
that's what happened.
I feel like if it was me, I would just kind of like get hit by the ball and I'd just be like, oh, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. I would
No,
have to
no
see the
I
scene.
mean, I get what you mean. That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's fair. But then again, it's a movie. You know, they gotta find a way to make the
They
kill.
gotta find something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what was your favorite kill?
Favorite kill. Favorite kill. Oh, the brothers and the with the CAT scan. Is it the CAT? Was it a
Dude,
CAT scan?
That was my favorite kill. Absolutely.
That's pretty funny.
Honestly, there was so many ways I was seeing that happen. Like
Yeah.
at first, I thought it was gonna be the vending machine. I was like, nah, don't tell me it's just
They
gonna be
teased us,
this.
they teased us.
with
Yeah.
that. And then when the corkscrew came out with the candy,
I thought he was gonna
I
get
thought it
hit
was just
too.
gonna go through him right there.
Nope.
But then
And they still used it later on.
They used it later, yeah.
Yeah.
But then when he was like, when they were talking and he kind of like crouched down a bit,
Mm.
I thought the thing, the
Septum.
yeah, the septum was gonna go straight through the brother's eye and then back.
Oh.
I was expecting that.
Yeah.
But then the wheelchair, I was like, bro, this
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah.
That kill was gnarly,
And just
dude.
the piercings where he had his piercing. There's
Yeah, I
if
was
you-
like, what the hell? That was a brutal death, dude. That dude literally got folded in half.
Basically.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. And well, yeah, the corkscrew came back and
Came back right through his
right
head.
through yep.
And that's another one where it's like I feel like it's an over the top kill. Like, would that really happen in real life? You think?
Yeah, I've seen videos
No,
of
but
MRIs.
I mean with like with the vending machine little corkscrew thing. You think it would have exploded his head like that?
Oh,
I mean, it's like a magnet.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I,
guess
get
with
what
the
you
force, it could have caused that damage, but
mean. Nah, no way that would have happened.
nah.
Nah.
It's just for the movie
Yeah.
purposes.
Like
yeah.
it would have killed him, but not in that way. That was like a Mortal Kombat kill, right? there.
Yeah, it seemed
It wasn't. Yeah.
still cool to see. I liked it.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, aside from that, I don't think there's anything else I would like to discuss unless you got something else.
No, I think it's just a fun movie. I say if you can, check it out in theaters. If not, then I feel like it could wait until streaming or something.
Yeah.
I feel like you won't be missing too much.
For me, it was like it's one of the better movies in the franchise for me. Basing it out of 6 movies, I would say it's maybe top 2, top 3 for me.
I can agree.
So yeah.
I liked it.
All right. Well, I think that's it for this review, guys.
Yeah.
Be sure to catch us on the next one. We're gonna be doing Mission Impossible next week, and Alan knows I'm hella excited for that because
You've been
I've
talking
been a
about it.
big Mission Impossible fan for a long time. So
Yeah.
be sure to catch that next week. We're most likely gonna post that next Friday because we're going to that opening night. and I'm getting my popcorn bucket, dude. I don't care who I have to tackle. I'm getting that popcorn.
We'll have
bucket.
it right here.
Yo, we're gonna have it right here next Friday. All right, well, that's it for us for the Real Cinema Talk podcast. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Later,
all right?
guys.
Take care.